from City Hall to the state capitol. If you plan to seek elective office in the state of California, you must comply with the regulations set forth by the Fair Political Practices Commission. Campaign finance laws are among the most important regulations the Commission enforces. And to that end, there are 6 criteria you need to be aware of when it comes to financing your campaign. First and foremost, all transactions of $100 or more, whether they be contributions or expenditures, must be made in writing, not cash. In addition, contributions that come via money order, cashier's check, or traveler's check are also prohibited and must be returned to the contributor or sent to the Secretary of State's office. Secondly, anonymous contributions of $100 or more are not allowed. If your campaign receives such a contribution from an unknown source, it too must be forwarded to the Secretary of State's office. That means for all contributions totaling $100 or more from the same source, including loans and gifts, you must disclose 4 pieces of information: the contributor's name, address, occupation, and employer. If this information is not received within 60 days of the contribution, then that contribution must be returned. If the true source of a contribution is not identified, it is a practice commonly known as money laundering, and therefore a major violation. So, if you receive a gift of $100 or more from a single source, then that source must be identified. Furthermore, if a contribution is received through an intermediary, then both the intermediary and the original source must be disclosed. Another no-no is combining campaign funds with your own personal funds. This practice is against the law and is commonly known as commingling. All campaign funds must be kept in a separate account. Campaign credit cards are also subject to commingling and may not be used for personal expenses. Finally, mass mailings have their own set of requirements. A mass mailing is defined as 200 or more pieces of similar mail sent in a single calendar month. Candidates must identify themselves on the outside of each piece of mail in the mass mailing. The candidate's name, street address, city, state, and zip code must appear in 6-point type and in a color that contrasts with the background. The words "paid for by" must appear above or adjacent to the name and address. Campaign finance laws are often perceived as confusing and cumbersome. But by following these simple yet important guidelines, your run for elective office in the state of California can be a rewarding experience that will also be fair, legal, and ethical to all parties and candidates.